Monalay, and this is Ask a Superhero Girl, where you, the fans, get to ask questions to real-life women who are awesome at what they do. We asked you to send us your questions, and in today's episode, gymnastics sensation Katelyn Ohashi is answering them. Katelyn started as a gymnast when she was only 3 years old. She's an All-American national champion for the UCLA women's gymnastics team. She became the school record holder on balance beam and on floor with 11 perfect 10 routines. Let's see what the recent grad has to say.
Now that we're together, gonna get that super life!
Hi everyone, I'm Katelyn Ohashi, a UCLA gymnast, and my career started when I was 3 years old. After that, you couldn't get me outside of the gym. I've received your guys' questions, and I'm gonna answer them here today. How did you get into gymnastics, and what inspired you to become a gymnast? So I started when I was 3. My mom was a gymnast growing up, and at the time she was coaching, so I would constantly be in the gym with her, trying to learn new skills like back handsprings and going on the bars and like jump over trampolines and climb up walls. So I was in love with the sport as soon as I started, and my mom's the one that really inspired that. Who was your role model when you were little? So it was really just the people that were older than me in the gym. I've always believed in not following an example, but kind of setting your own goals that relate to yourself. What advice can you give me to stay on track with my goals? I think being really mindful and intentional with everything you do. So finding what you want to accomplish every single day, and that's maybe setting small things to accomplish that day. Even making the bed, which is something to celebrate. Really just trying to get 1% better every single day. Do you have any words of encouragement for the girls who work hard in Special Olympics? I think that's so amazing, 1. And 2, I think to always make sure that you love what you're doing and know that you're more than your sport. What is your favorite gymnastics move? My favorite gymnastics move is probably my split double A, which is my first pass of my floor routine, where I split my legs and do 2 flips laid out. They took it out in '92. And so we added it again this year in 2019. How many hours a day do you train for competition, and what's the hardest part of your workouts? So we train about 4 hours a day, and the hardest part about workouts is learning how to manage my body because I've had a lot of injuries throughout my career. So learning what I need to do to be successful in the competition is probably the hardest part. What was it like to make friends while moving a lot? I was constantly moving growing up. I moved for the first time when I was 9 to Missouri from Seattle. It was super different because I left like all my friends back. People aren't gonna come up to you a lot of the time, so you have to go up to them and create these relationships. And luckily, in a lot of my cases, I was surrounded by people that had a lot of commonalities because we were all gymnasts, but just finding like one little thing to start talking about can open up so many topics and relationships. What type of writing do you like most? I think one of my favorite forms of writing is free writing, because you sometimes don't even know what you're gonna talk about, but when you just let your mind open, you realize things that you never knew you were even feeling at that time, and it's kind of like you're exploring yourself and having it all written down. Getting in this habit has just helped me explore a lot of myself that I didn't even know. You have a video that went viral. How are you using that new platform to send a positive message? Throughout my entire college career, I've kind of wanted to focus on learning what I'm passionate about outside of gymnastics and using my voice that kind of lost throughout my years before college, and the universe kind of opened its doors for me to have ears to listen to a lot of the things I want to change about the world. So that's body shaming and bullying. That's kind of how I'm using this new platform. Being involved in gymnastics, you were part of a team. How did you and your teammates show support for each other, and how did you celebrate each other's accomplishments? Being an elite gymnast and coming to college, it was so different becoming part of a team and learning what unconditional love looked like and supporting other people. We always dance alongside each other on floor routines and high-fiving each other, running down every time someone lands and cheering our hearts out, and just really being that support inside and outside of the gym. Who is someone you look up to, and what advice did they give you that you still live by today? I have 2 really, really important people in my life, which would be my mom, who is such a strong woman. She's really passionate about like making the world a better place, and my coach, Miss Val, who has kind of helped me discover who I am to this day. She always tells us, if there's one thing you can take away from college and what you've learned here is life is a series of choices, and the choices we make dictate the life we live. So we need to continue feeding our positive thoughts, and that positive voice inside our head. Which DC superhero girl do you relate to the most? Bumblebee, because even though she might not have the same fighting skills as everyone around her, she has the biggest heart, and one thing that I've learned that is the only real thing in the world is love, and that's what we can all live by. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? My goal right now is kind of expanding my platform even larger and reaching more diverse people. Still traveling and doing these speaking engagements. I don't think that I ever want that to end. Wow, you guys had some amazing questions. Thank you so much for sending them to me. I want to leave you guys with one last thing, and that is everything that I've learned throughout my lifetime has made me the person I am today. Going through all the hardships and really fighting for something that I love, even though it wasn't a perfect journey, has made me realize that hard work really does pay off. So continue to strive towards that thing that makes you better and be the thing that makes you great. Bye, thank you.
Wow, Katelyn is really driven. What I learned from Katelyn is that she is dedicated to her sport. She puts in the time and effort to accomplish her dreams. One thing that helps me stay motivated is to put my goals on a vision board, and then I look back at it every once in a while. It really helps me stay focused.
And now, it is your turn.
Next week, Dr. Alexandra Jones will be answering your questions. Alexandra is a historical archaeologist. She's the founder and chief executive officer of archaeology in the community. There are so many questions I want to ask her that I don't even know where to begin. Tune in next week and let us know what you found inspiring about Katelyn down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more DC Superhero Girls videos. You can also watch the DC Superhero Girls in Action Sundays at 4 p.m. on Cartoon Network.